All right, so last lesson we were talking about how employers need to kind of change the way they do things in order to find the right people. If they find the right people, they're going to stay around longer, they're going to work harder, they're going to find as a company that they get more successful with those people that really fit the values and the practices and everything that they think is important to them. If you get employer and worker paired together on the same page, that's going to be a lot more successful than just going out and finding the most skilled person possible for the job. And so employers are making changes. Here today, we're going to talk about what changes they make to retain those valued employees longer for better success for both parties. So first one is redesigning the job. Okay, no matter what the job is changing the job if necessary to fit the demands or the needs of everyone involved. So making sure, of course, if I'm the employer, if I'm the person that owns or runs the company, and I'm responsible for the success of the company, I'm gonna put that at the forefront. But as I mentioned, if you can keep people longer and if the people there actually love the job and want to be there and care about what you're doing, we're going to find that success a lot quicker. Okay, so first thing we look at here, you can see the GIF, and it's a monotonous type of job. And there are jobs out there where people do the same thing every single day, they repeat it over and over and over. And that'd be kind of a basic way of looking at this. So we're gonna just go with that. So if I do the same thing every single day, there's going to be a point, no matter how much I loved it in the beginning, there's going to be a point where I'm just kind of fed up and sick of doing that same job over and over. So as an employer, it'd be great if you can juggle things around and get people to learn different skills. Okay. Get them to do a different job than they're used to doing every single day. That's going to keep them from being bored. But what it's also going to do is it's going to prepare them, it's going to give them more skills. And let's say we talk about a factory. Let's say there's 3 different jobs in a factory, and I do one job, another person does one job, and the third person does their job. If they do the same jobs for years after years, they're going to be really good at those jobs, but they're also going to get kind of sick of it, get bored of it. If I train employee A to do job B and C, they now can do any job within that factory, and that helps me because let's say employee B or employee C is sick one day, I can take employee A, put them in one of those 2 jobs and say, you know how to do this, go do it. You can fill in for the spot. But what it also does for employee A is it gives them kind of more purpose. It says, hey, you're better than just doing job A. You can do job B and you can do job C. All right, so just a general kind of example or idea there. Train people in more ways. It'll benefit you, it'll benefit them. You want to retain workers, all right? So you may actually end up redesigning a job to make it more challenging for them. You may give them a variety of jobs within the organization, and you are enabling people within your company to feel um, better about themselves, and also you're just training them to be able to do more jobs and have more responsibilities. Okay, if you can ever bring a person into the decision-making process, we talked about this in a previous chapter, that gives them a lot more ownership of decisions that are being made. And that also helps improve morale. And if you improve morale, you can usually help improve quality of work. Okay, health and safety is huge. Um, we have had a bad rap in the United States because a lot of the clothes and shoes that we buy at a better price. And the reason we get a better price than we could if we manufactured it ourselves is because people around the world manufacture it at a facility that's not up to our standards, and the safety and health is not up to our standards. So it's all about that bottom dollar. And if we're not willing to do the job ourselves, companies will manufacture in other countries where people are willing to do that job in a way that saves money. So health concerns and safety concerns, we take it very seriously in the United States with our employees, but on the other hand, we do also buy products that are made in ways that don't live up to those same health standards. And that's something we should think about. Many businesses are encouraging a healthy lifestyle. Here's one reason of this. Let's say you work for a company and they provide insurance for you. If they're going to provide insurance for you, they're going to help pay for when you get sick. They're going to also go out of their way to, a way that they can save money is by providing you health incentives. So let's say they pay for a gym membership, or they give you a deduction on your insurance costs based on the lifestyle that you live. So it's kind of a win-win. The company definitely wins because if you're healthy, you're at work more, and they can count on you. But if you also get some reimbursement for a gym membership, then you can make your life better, stay healthier. You also, you clearly don't want to be sick, and so this is kind of a win-win situation. Trying to focus on health and safety. Family friendly practices. So family structure is changing. Employers are making efforts to address the aspect of employees' lives. There are laws in place on, if I have a sick kid or I'm sick myself, there are certain rules in place for how much time I can have off and how I'm paid to help take care of that illness. So another great benefit of living in our country and working for a company within our culture. We're seeing businesses also maybe make some changes in how they. Let me move this so you can see the good video here. Companies want to keep those valued employees, so we see companies actually putting in place more benefits for workers to try and keep them around. So you may see a really big progressive company provide daycare on site or help pay for daycare. That's a big reason to help. That's a big reason why I may take a job, is because I know I'm going to get some of those extra benefits from that company. Flexible scheduling would be another one. Companies nowadays can accomplish a lot just from working from home, and we're seeing this now firsthand. I think a big change we'll see after life resumes as normal is businesses will realize that we were actually pretty productive while working from home, and so some companies were on the forefront of that, and I think that's going to be another thing that'll come out of all this COVID situation is businesses will understand that working from home can actually work pretty well. Telecommuting, that's kind of what I just talked about. So telecommuters means, are you able to work from a remote location, get the same things done? I've had friends that live in Arizona that work for a company that's based in New York, and they can do most of their work from Arizona, but when they need to hop on a flight somewhere, the company will help them pay for that, and you don't necessarily have to uproot your whole family or move yourself to that corporate headquarters just to be a productive member of their business. So these are some of the changes that businesses are making to keep quality employees and make us happy and also make themselves more successful.